Containment is the idea that you can focus your true controls very much on the case and their context so you are not causing disruption to the wider population. We have a case that coming, you isolate them, you work out who they coming to contact with whose potentially exposure, and then you can follow up though people may be conference them to make sure that no further transmission happen is very kinds of targeted method and foresight. It works remarkably well, but I think for this infection, because some cases are going to be undetected, you really got to capturing a large chunk of people as risk. If you seek through the net, potentially going to get outbreak. In this respect, it will be about massive change in our social interaction, and so that would require of the opportunity that could speak the virus or the kinds of close contact. Every party in the population on average will be needing to reduce those interaction potentially by 2/3 to bring it under control. And so that might be true through working from home, from judging lifestyle and kind of where you go in the crowded place and dinners. And then of course the measure things like school closure and all the things that they just attempt to reduce the social mixing of the population. It's not just who hand you said, it's who hand that person go on to share. I think we need to think about the secondary step that you might think you low risk in your younger groups, that you're often going to be a very short step away from someone who going to get hit very hard by this. And I think we really need to be socially minded and think this could be quite dramatic in terms of trend of behaviors, but need to be reduced the impact that would potential vaccine. I think it's hard to pin out exactly, but I think one thing to bear in mind is that there no evidence of these are a kind of errors. So it's going really far that it's reasonable short distance. So I don't think it's the case. And you are sitting a few meters away from someone and device somehow going to across. I think it's close to interaction. Why you were seeing so many transmission even occurs and things like move and realize time connect group people. If you imagine that when you get virus out and on the surface and on the hand and on the face, and it's really hard to think more about. I think that what people are trying to piece together first in terms of what was is on really in last few weeks. We got sensor that thing can be controllable with it trend intervention, but of course not all country can do what China have done. Some of these measures incurs huge sorts of social, economic, psychological burdens on our population, and of course their time limits. He kind of had to seek week. It's thought to maintain that. So we need to think of the trace of actually of all things we can ask people what going to have the most impact on actually reducing in burden. Thank you.